Your plant has been trying to tell you what is wrong with it. Every yellow leaf. Every brown tip. Every spot and hole and sticky patch. It is sending you a message. You just need to learn to read it. Most advice online gives you one answer for each symptom. Yellow leaves equals overwatering. Brown tips equals low humidity. But the truth is that yellow leaves can have 5 completely different causes, and if you treat the wrong one, you will make things worse. This video is your complete visual diagnosis guide for all 11 most common leaf problems. 11 symptoms. Every cause. One video. Save this one, because the 4-step diagnosis method at the end works on any leaf problem you will ever encounter, including ones I have not covered here. Quick 1, if you have ever Googled a plant symptom and got 10 different answers, this channel is for you. Hit like so YouTube shows this to more plant owners who need it right now, and subscribe for the soil and root science that turns plant guessing into plant knowing. Before we go through each symptom, here is how to use this guide most effectively. When you see a leaf problem, look at 3 things before you decide what it is. First, which leaves are affected, older lower leaves or new growth at the top. That single detail rules out at least half the possible causes immediately. Second, what does the rest of the soil and plant look like? Is the soil wet or dry? Are multiple leaves affected or just one? Third, what changed recently? Did you move the plant, repot it, change your watering, turn the heating on? A symptom plus context gives you a diagnosis. A symptom alone gives you a guess. Symptom 1, yellow leaves. This is the most common and the most misdiagnosed. Here is how to tell the 5 causes apart. If the yellowing is on old lower leaves only and the new growth at the top looks healthy, that is natural aging. Every plant drops old leaves. Do nothing. If yellowing is spreading across the whole plant and the soil has been consistently wet, that is overwatering. The roots are being suffocated. If the leaves are pale yellow with the veins staying green, that is iron or magnesium deficiency, often caused by the wrong soil pH locking out nutrients even if nutrients are present. If the yellowing is on new growth at the top while old leaves look fine, that is a sign of iron or zinc deficiency specifically, because these nutrients do not travel easily in the plant. Symptom 2, brown tips and edges. The most important thing to check first is the texture. Dry, crispy, papery brown tips that are clearly defined, that is almost always low humidity or inconsistent watering. The leaf tip is the last place water reaches in the plant, so it shows drought stress first. If you have central heating or air conditioning running, your ambient humidity is probably too low. If the brown is soft, mushy, or dark brown rather than tan, that is a different problem entirely and we will cover it later as symptom 10. If the brown is along the full leaf edge, not just the very tip, that can point to fluoride or salt buildup in the soil from tap water or overfertilizing. Tropical plants especially are sensitive to fluoride. The fix is to flush the soil with distilled or filtered water for 2 to 3 waterings and let it drain fully each time. One more thing worth checking, if the brown tips appeared right after repotting, that is normal transplant stress and should stabilize within 2 to 3 weeks. Symptom 3, leaves curling inward, rolling in from the sides toward the center, like a taco shell. This is almost always the plant trying to reduce water loss. The 2 most common causes are underwatering and heat stress. Check the soil first. If it is dry 2 or 3 inches down, water it. If the soil is actually moist, look at whether the plant is near a heat source, a south-facing window in summer, or getting direct hot afternoon sun. Heat dries leaves faster than the roots can resupply moisture, so the leaves curl to protect themselves. Symptom 4, leaves curling downward, with the edges turning under. This is the opposite signal. Where inward curl is usually dehydration, downward curl is usually too much water or too much cold. Overwatered plants curl downward because roots struggling in soggy soil cannot regulate water pressure in the leaves properly. Cold air exposure does the same, leaves curl under when hit by cold drafts from windows or air conditioning. Symptom 5, dark brown or black spots. The yellow halo is your diagnostic tell here. A dark spot surrounded by a yellow ring is almost always a fungal infection, usually caused by a combination of overwatering, water sitting on the leaves overnight, and poor airflow. The fungus grows in the wet conditions and spreads from leaf to leaf. The fix has 3 parts: remove the affected leaves immediately, improve airflow around the plant, and water at the base only, never wet the foliage. Not all spots are fungal. Irregular angular patches, not circular, that follow the leaf veins tend to be bacterial. These spread faster and are harder to reverse. Remove affected leaves and isolate the plant immediately. Dry, tan or pale papery spots with no halo tend to be sunburn or cold water splash marks. Very different cause, very different fix. The shape and texture of the spot tells you almost everything. Symptom 6, leaves turning dark, almost black or very deep purple-black. This is a serious color. There are two main causes and both need action quickly. The first is cold damage. If the plant was near a very cold window overnight, touched a frozen pane of glass, or was left outside in cold temperatures, the cell walls have ruptured. These leaves will not recover. Remove them. The second cause is severe root rot that has reached the point where nutrients cannot move through the plant at all. Probe the soil and check the base of the stem. Symptom 7, holes in leaves. Holes are almost always pest damage, something has physically eaten the leaf. The edges of the hole tell you what kind of pest. Clean, smooth circular holes tend to be from caterpillars or leaf miners. Ragged, irregular holes with a slightly translucent or shiny edge suggest slugs or snails, more common on floor-level plants or outdoor in houseplants. Check underneath the leaves and along the soil surface, especially at night, which is when most leaf-eating pests are active. Small scattered holes in a pattern sometimes look like pest damage but are actually bacterial shot hole disease or calcium deficiency. The tissue at those points dies and falls out leaving a clean hole. If you have holes but cannot find any pest evidence at all, no droppings, no slime trail, no insects, look at the hole edges under a magnifying glass. Pest holes have rough organic edges. Disease or deficiency holes have cleaner, drier edges. Symptom 8, sticky residue on leaves. If your plant leaves feel tacky or you can see a shiny film, that is honeydew, a waste product secreted by sap-sucking insects. The three most common culprits, scale insects, small brown or tan oval bumps stuck to stems and leaf undersides, mealybugs, white fluffy cotton-like clusters in leaf joints and along stems, and aphids, tiny soft-bodied green, black, or white insects clustered on new growth. The stickiness itself is not the main problem, it is the symptom of an active infestation that needs treating immediately. Symptom 9, green leaves dropping while they still look healthy. This one is particularly distressing because the leaves look fine, there is no visible disease or damage, they just fall. The three most common causes, cold shock, a sudden drop in temperature, a cold draft, or bringing a plant in from outdoors can trigger sudden leaf drop within hours, overwatering, roots suffocating in wet soil interrupt the connection between root and leaf and the plant simply drops leaves to reduce its load, and repotting stress, completely normal for many plants to drop several leaves in the 1 to 3 weeks after being disturbed. Symptom 10, mushy patches on leaves. We touched on texture earlier and this is the clearest example of why texture matters. A soft, wet-looking brown patch is bacterial infection or physical water damage, it is entirely different from the dry crispy brown of tip burn. Bacterial leaf rot usually appears after water has sat on the leaves for extended periods, especially in cool temperatures where evaporation is slow. Remove the affected leaves immediately. Do not miss this plant until it recovers. Symptom 11, tiny pale dots across the leaf surface creating a stippled, bronze, or silver pattern. This is spider mites. They are tiny, barely visible to the naked eye, and they pierce individual leaf cells to feed, which is what creates each tiny dot. The shake test, hold a white piece of paper under an affected branch and tap it firmly. Then look at the paper closely. If you see tiny specks moving around on the paper, those are spider mites. They thrive in hot, dry conditions, central heating in winter is peak spider mite season. Now the 4-step method I promised, this works for any leaf problem you ever encounter, including ones we have not covered today. Step 1, look. Examine the symptom closely. Note the texture, the color, and the pattern. Is it crispy or mushy? Yellow or brown? Circular or irregular? Step 2, locate. Which leaves are affected and where on the plant? Lower old leaves or new growth? Leaf surface or underside? One isolated leaf or spreading? Step 3, link. Connect the symptom to a recent change, repotting, moving, seasonal temperature shift, change in watering. Step 4, ACT. One change at a time. Do not move the plant, change the watering, and add fertilizer all at once, you will not know what worked. 11 symptoms, all covered. To summarize the most important distinctions, texture first, crispy and dry versus soft and mushy are always opposite causes. Location second, old lower leaves versus new growth tells you half the story immediately. Pattern third, circular spots with yellow halo is fungal, irregular angular patches is bacterial, tiny uniform dots is mites. And when in doubt, use the 4-step method. Look, locate, link, act. One change at a time. Your plant is already telling you the answer. Now you speak the language. Save this video, it is the one to come back to every time a leaf does something unexpected. And leave a comment below with which symptom brought you here today. I read every single one, and if your specific case has a detail that is not covered here, tell me and I will answer it directly. See you in the next one. Click that card, because most leaf problems trace back to either watering or soil. The repotting video is the next piece of the puzzle.